僕の名前はマサルです。アメリカには4世ハーフです。はい。日系人。今、美大生です。サンアントニオ、テキサスに住んでいます。だから、今、とっても忙しい。でも、料理は大好きです。それで、今日のレシピはチキンカツです。
チキンカツ、楽しみ。
このレシピはとても美味しくて簡単です。ほとんどの人は揚げ物不健康だと思っています。でも必ずしもそうとは限りません。
そうなんですね。なんで？
実は油はとても大切です。今日、米油を使います。
ライスブランオイル。
米油は揚げ物に不健康ではありません。なぜなら発がん性物質がないからです。
そうなんですね。
この油は世界で一番とてもおすすめです。このフライヤーを使います。
すごい。
ここ重要ポイントです。必ずぴったり180度に熱します。米油入れます。スタート。待っている間に用意をします。鶏肉。
胸ですね。胸。チキンブレスト。
いいサイズです。今洗います。
マサルさんは毎日料理しますか？
毎日。はい。
ああ、素晴らしい。
料理は大好きです。OK。今、タオルを入れます。水分をタオルでパッとします。パッとパッとパッとパッとパッとパッとパッとパッとパッとパッと。はい。このように
水分がなくなりました。
半分の切ります。OK。半分。置いておきます。ジップロックと
はい。
茶碗、大きい皿、もち粉。
もち粉入れるんですね。
いいよ。黒胡椒。全部入れます。チェキ。置いておきます。2個卵を入れます。割ります。OK。今、溶きます。OK。大きさら、パン粉を入れます。これはレストランのパン粉。OK。ジップロック、溶き卵、大きさら。鶏肉、ジップロック。これはとても簡単です。今、レディ。
はい。
はい。このように、溶き卵をつけます。パン粉、はい。つけます。置いときます。残りの鶏肉を同じようにします。3分ぐらい揚げ
はい。
ます。カツを入れます。スタート。3分ぐらい料理するか、
はい。
色になるまで揚げます。てるみさん、揚げ物を食べますか？
食べます。大好き。
どんな揚げ物？
とんかつとか、フライドチキンとか大好きです。
もちろん、もちろん。
あと、フライドポテトも大好きです。
フライドポテト。はい。
マサルさんは揚げ物好きですか？
はい。チキンカツとトンカツと天ぷらと唐揚げと
うん。
フライを揚げます。先週の水曜日をカキフライをロールしました。完成です。
わあ、美味しそう。
コンピューターを守ります。きつね色になった。今、ラックに置いておきます。残りの鶏肉を同じようにします。きつね色になった。いい色。じゃあ、ご飯を乗せます。鶏肉。上、ホットドッグソース。
とんかつソース。
はい、
はい。
かけます。
は
はい、
完成ですね。
いただきま
ありがとう
す。
ございます、マサルさん。ちょっと食べてみてください。
まだ少し
どうですか？
衣がパリパリで歯ごたえが最高です。それでも肉、とてもジュー
はい。
シー。このレシピはとても簡単です。これは揚げ物だけど、さっぱりしています。軽いですね。ぜひ、料理してみてください。
皆さんぜひ作ってみてください。じゃあ、マサルさん、Thank you so much for cooking show. It was amazing. This is
はい。
second actually time.
は
The
い。
first time was actually sake, miso sake, the dishes. And today was the chicken cuts. So it's both are of course Japanese dishes. And you cooking and you spoke Japanese and you explained the recipe in Japanese. That's so hard work. Congratulations.
ありがとうございます。Once you get the flow of it, it was okay. It's just the fact is like definitely do not have a professional filming situation going on here at all. But yeah.
Well done. You actually did the cameraman, chef, speaking Japanese, explain this recipe in Japanese. Excellent job. Thank you so much, Masaru-san. Probably this is second time, so maybe somebody remember or somebody actually saw you for the first time. Can you a little bit quickly like who you are in English?
Yes, I am a fourth generation Japanese American. My family came to the United States in 1878, and even fourth generation, I grew up with Japanese food basically all the time. It is the best food in my opinion, and I'm sure in a lot of people in Japan's opinion, it's the best food in the world. In addition to being a medical practitioner and now training to be a surgeon, I hold a international nutrition license, and I can say that Japanese food is the healthiest food that there is. There's a lot of fried food in Japanese cuisine, but unlike in other places like America, just because it's fried doesn't mean it's bad. This dish, for example, and various other Japanese fried dishes, they're just because of one, how they're cooked, and two, what they are, they're actually healthy. So I like to get people to realize they don't have to be anxious about food and just deprive themselves of flavor and stuff, because Japanese cuisine is an example of how good ingredients cooked the proper way can be delicious and nutritious. And there's no reason to not have fried food just because people are afraid of calories or they think things like that. The oil is important. The quality of the thing that you're cooking is important, and you can make some delicious meals that are healthy.
I got amazing information from today from you. That is, if I actually use rice oil, not too bad. Even the fried food.
The flavor is much better when you're in example. If you have katsu in Hawaii, very often they cook it in vegetable oil or canola oil. There's a long story where we can talk about how those are unhealthy when you heat those up, they become. But in addition to that, they don't taste as good. How katsu in Japan tastes much more juicy, like mine today. That's the oil.
Amazing.
So
definitely, I'm gonna buy the rice oil.
I learned this from one of my great grandmother's country recipes. It was written in an old Japanese cookbook written in Japanese from the 1800s.
Wow, that's amazing. So, you are fourth generation of Japanese American and the representative of kind of Japanese American. Can you give us a message that if anybody actually feel like it's too difficult to learn Japanese, even though they are Japanese, but they grow up in the States, they feel like it's too hard to learn. And some people maybe have a wrong perspective, like maybe not really useful in the States. But you have lots of now connection with Japan. Next time, even you go to Japan, you have totally different experience for sure. So can you encourage those people who it's not
I try to do that with my cousins and family. My cousins who are about the same age as me. We all have the same kind of problem in the fact that none of us, we're all fourth generation, so we didn't grow up speaking. But the biggest issue was the fact that we're all in high-speed fields, a lot of whom are, they're scientists, they're engineers. I'm in medicine. So anything that wasn't attached to those fields, we kind of fell off of. And so while I studied languages for my job in the Army before I got into medicine, it wasn't the most. I still had to pick other languages before Japanese, which I'm sure my ancestors are rolling in their grave for, but that I speak other Asian languages fluently before Japanese, it just became, it was always easy to put what was occupationally relevant first for a lot of us. So for me, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm in my 30s. I want to do what I want. So I'm going to learn the language that I want to learn, and so it makes it. So yeah, it's a good system is there, and I would encourage everybody, if with our heritage, to do that. So
amazing. So I'm sure you're gonna have a totally different experience when you go back to Japan. When are you planning? Is it next year?
Tentatively, but yes, plan is pretty much. I'm gonna spend a couple days, maybe not that much, 1 or 2 days in Tokyo, and then head to Kyushu. Spend the majority of time in Kagoshima, Kumamoto, Fukuoka, and I'm gonna go diving.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. So Masaru-san is actually completing a level 2, right?
Yes.
And Masaru-san is gonna start the actually level 3 this year. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be maybe the third cooking show after the master course level 3.
どんな料理？
たくさんありますからね。
もしかして野菜炒めね。
はい、じゃあ野菜炒めやりましょう。それ usually American people doesn't saute, lots of vegetable like this.
No, they don't. I mean, cabbage. As a nutritionist, I actually tell people it's because you have people who try to eat oh, I'm going to eat all vegetables. It's okay, you're going to be nutrient deficient immediately. Most what we call vegetables are not bioavailable, so they don't get a lot of nutrients out of them. One of the ones that's used a lot in Japanese cuisine is cabbage.
Do you know why it's so cheap and so much nutrition?
Both raw and cooked, it has a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
So one of the easiest things in the world you can do with a cabbage is chop it into force, high heat, grill it, put some black on the outside of it, and then drizzle miso over it. It's about a 3-minute meal, and and then you just have a bowl of rice, and there you go. So yeah, I always have cabbage in the fridge. And
so the next actually challenge will be based on cabbage, 野菜炒め。